This video is kind of a part 2 to the previous video that I posted on prayer, and this video is all about fasting. So we're going to get right into the video. One of the first things I want to say is that fasting and prayer go together. Point blank period, the end. You cannot fast and not have prayer or a good prayer life. You can't just say, you know what, I'm not going to eat desserts this month. I'm not going to do the sweets thing. I am not going to do it because the Lord is going to bless me. And never ask God for anything. Never ask Him to help you with the fast. Never ask Him to show you things in the fast. And when you do things like that, you kind of defeat the purpose and you just gave up sweets semi for no reason. Yes, God knows your heart and He knows what you need and what you want and why you made the decision to fast, but you still have to talk to Him about it. Mark 9:29 tells us that some things only come through fasting and prayer. This means that you have to do them together. And quite frankly, there are passages all over that tell us a lot about fasting and prayer in the Bible. And I really encourage you to just search the word fasting in your Bible app and just read, because it will check you every single time, but it gives you great advice on what you actually need to be fasting from and how to go about it. A lot of people ask, what is fasting? Like, what is it actually? Fasting is abstaining from something, especially food, within a religious context. This means cutting something out to show God that you are sacrificing, and so you can grow closer to God and even grow in your relationship with God. Another question is, how do I know what to fast from? My first answer is to pray about it. Just sit down and say, you know what, Lord, I feel like I should be fasting. I feel like I should be doing more. I want to grow closer. I want to show you that I'm committed to you. I'm going to fast. What should I fast from? So you can pray about that, and I'm sure He will give you the answer. However, I think that we make it a lot harder than we need to when we start saying, I don't know what to fast from. I don't know. The truth is, we already know. It's probably the thing that first came to your mind when I said the word fast. As soon as I said the word fast, you were like, ooh, coffee. But no, I can't. That thing you try to talk yourself out of, you're like, I can't cut out coffee. I gotta get up at 6 a.m. for 3 days next week. I can't cut out sweets because next week is my friend's birthday and I gotta go and I have to eat cake. Like, I paid for the cake. Of course I have to eat the cake. You say, oh, I can't give up meat because the place that I work, the place that I go to school, their vegan and vegetarian options are not good, or they don't have them. And that's all fine, well and good, but there are ways to work around the outward so-called excuses. There are no excuses when you really want to get something done. So make a way, make a decision, and go for it. I will add, though, that you cannot fast from something you're not supposed to do. You cannot fast from sin. Hello somebody. What you can't do is fast from sinning. You can't say I'm fasting from sex or cursing or gossiping or lying. You can't say that. You can't. If you're living in sin, you cannot fast from sin because it's something you're already supposed to do. So that really isn't helpful. You should stop doing things that the Bible already tells you not to do, but you can't fast from them. So I just want to give you 3 little guidelines to help you when you're deciding to fast or when you're going through your fast or, whatever else. The first thing is to check your heart and check your motives. We have to understand that fasting is not a means to get what you want. You cannot say, ooh, I am fasting for $1 million, Jesus. And at the end of these 30 days, $1 million is going to be in my bank account. Can God do it? Yes. Is He going to do it? Maybe. However, that's not the point of this fast. You can't fast from things that are outside the will of God. You can't fast for promotion at your job if you weren't supposed to be at the job in the first place. So when you're doing this, check your heart. Make sure that you're doing it for the right reason, that you're sincere and that you're pure in your intentions and your motives. You just need a desire to get closer to God, and that's all He needs. That's all He has to work with in order to do something great in your life. Additionally, remember that you're fasting for yourself and not for anybody else. So keep yourself focused on you and your relationship with God. Number 2, stay committed. It is going to be hard at first. It is going to be hard, y'all. I'm telling you, it's going to be hard. I'm telling you now, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard in the beginning, the middle, and the end. But 1, it's worth it. And 2, you just gotta stick with it. Something that's helped me is reminding myself that I made this promise to God. So when you are fasting from meat and someone gives you a Chick-fil-A voucher for a free Chick-fil-A meal, but you can't eat meat or fried food, remember that this is a sacrifice that you're making to God. You have said to Him, I love you more than meat. I love you more than sweets. I love you more than coffee, more than TV, more than YouTube, more than social media. God, I love you more than those things. And because of that, I'm going to prove it to you. I'm going to show you that I'm committed to you, that I worship you and you alone. When you put that in the forefront of your mind as you're fasting, it makes it easier. Because why would you ever want to break your promise to the person who created you, protects you, gives you strength, health, life, blesses your life continually, is always working on your behalf? Why would you want to not keep your word? And the third thing, don't quit when you slip up. We probably won't always do well on our first fast or our 20th fast. People slip up, whether it's accidental. I know for me, one time, I literally was eating a meatball. Literally had meatball in my mouth, and somebody goes, aren't you fasting? And I was like, yeah, I am. Forgot all about it because I'm so used to it. Or it could be intentional, and you like, I deserve. Today was a rough day. Everybody got on my nerves, and I've been doing well. I mean, I'm on day 20 out of 30. It's fine. I can have ice cream today. Whew, I woke up and I just can't. I need the coffee. I need the coffee. I need the coffee. No, you don't. 2, you made the promise. But if you slip up, it is okay. The next meal, the next hour, the next day, it is a new day. Reevaluate, recheck your heart, ask for forgiveness for not keeping your word, and start over. Keep going. Finish out the fast. You will learn something about your discipline in the process, but God knows, and He knows what you've been sacrificing and how bad that day was. And sometimes you think of it this way. Prove yourself and everybody else wrong. When you say, ooh, I'm fasting from meat, and everybody goes, ooh, you're fasting from what? Why? Prove them wrong. So when you have that bad day and all you want to do is go to Chick-fil-A and then go to McDonald's and get a McFlurry, don't do it. Say, you know what? I'm going to prove them wrong. Not only am I going to prove them wrong, I made a commitment to God. That's the bigger thing. I made a commitment to God, and I'm going to show Him how much I adore Him by keeping my word and sacrificing, getting rid of this flesh feeling, the wants, and showing Him that He is all I need. So hopefully this was a fairly quick and simple video on fasting. I hope it was helpful. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.